Good morning, geeks and gamers. I'm back. I thought I was gonna sleep in, but I made it because I'm tired as hell. And I even see a few of you crazy fools that were up for my middle of the night gaming stream over on my D-Day Cobra channel. And yes, I was streaming until almost like 5 or 6 in the morning. But here we are. We're back. We got some sleep. We're ready to go. We got things to talk about. And the most positive human being on the internet is joining me, Ryan Kennel. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Jeremy. Yes, I'm here. We are ready to rock and roll. It's Pride Month, so you were a day late on your comeback, but you're here now, which is good. Yeah, we're going to talk about some positive things. Actually, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to defend a Lucasfilm employee today.
Oh,
that's about as gay and as positive as it can possibly get. All right. I'm going to defend a Lucasfilm employee today.
Wow. Breaking news.
From the mainstream media.
Breaking news. That's going to be pretty interesting. No, Jay is here.
Not
yes.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Shout out to Jay. Jay did a great job filling in for me while I was traveling. And we love Drunk 3PO. So shout out to Drunk 3PO. And shout out to the chat. I see all of you in the chat. Cam Man, you're here. Cam Man was there for the whole gaming stream last night. And here he is. Shout out to Cam Man. But yeah, so did you miss me, Ryan?
Not particularly.
Okay. Did you have fun with Jay being here?
Yeah, I had fun with Jay. That was good. He laughed a lot. So.
That's what Jay does. That's what Jay does. So,
I do think since it is Pride Month, I tweeted this out yesterday. I'm sure something else will eventually take the top spot. Only one day into Pride Month, but this is the gayest shit I've seen all day. If you're offended by that, Keith, make sure to watch Friday Night Tights tomorrow. Keith Olbermann calling out Chrissy for, to be honest, is one of her lamest and tamest jokes I've ever heard.
Absolutely. The fact that he's triggered over this, can you imagine what he would think about some of the stuff she said? Let's play it real quick. Shout out to Chrissy. Shout out to Chrissy.
Look at this piece of shit, Chrissy Mayer, being overtly and proudly racist.
It's pretty ridiculous to just assume that Chick-fil-A, I mean, you know, I'm hesitant to make a fried chicken joke, but they sell fried chicken. I don't know how much more inclusive we can get here.
And he's mad. Good Lord.
Now, this is obviously on Newsmax, so I imagine she's got to tone it down, right?
Yeah.
Got to tone it down to be on something like Newsmax. But that's a pretty tame joke, especially if you've ever seen Chrissy's comedy sketches or Friday Night Tights. So the fact that Keith Olbermann, this stupid, irrelevant fuck, is calling out Chrissy for this is nuts. I couldn't believe when I saw that.
Go back, reshare that.
Yeah,
do you see his fake blue check mark that he had to create because he won't pay Elon?
Yeah. The little arrow.
So pathetic, dude. He's so pathetic.
You know what we should do? You know how like 4chan basically memed the OK sign into being like a racist dog whistle?
Yeah.
They should start a meme about, hey, if you have an arrow pointing to your name like that, it actually means like you're a fucking pedo or you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
Just gaslight that so that all these fucking people are having to deal with that shit.
I mean, you're like me. I mean, you grew up watching ESPN. The fact that we're watching somebody that you and me just watch daily, and Keith Olbermann just melt down over one of our friends and fellow F&T panelists is the wildest thing ever. You know what I mean?
It was wild enough to see Keith Olbermann go from calling, doing Sports Center and stuff like that to being on MSNBC and having like, just leftist meltdowns all the time over stuff and failing over there. But now to see him not working with any of those things anymore because he just fails time and time again and now just doing his own thing and getting really upset that people won't jab themselves and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Jeez, man. Because when he was on MSNBC, he was a pretty big deal for a while. He was one of their top shows for a while, and then he just fell off the map, dude.
It was Chris Matthews and Keith Olbermann, where they're like two kind of main anchors at MSNBC.
Yeah. And he is completely irrelevant to a point where it's just, he is a meme. And I don't know if he understands how memeable he is, but nobody takes him seriously. Not even leftists take him seriously anymore. So shout out to Chrissy for sure.
It's ratioed all the time.
I know it.
Like just a shocking amount. Didn't I think Cordorin like destroyed him one time? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And Cordorin's like, I'm gonna frame this or something. I'm gonna frame this.
So we had an interesting day yesterday with the Daily Wire and Elon Musk, and it looks like we have seen it resolved. So we're going to talk about that because I think it applies to a lot of what we've seen in the entertainment industry. First, we got Andy Plays Games. I paid for the Bear Man, not the Trump worshiper. Shaking my head. Thank you, Andy. Thunder Strike Pretend. Ryan, you killed it Wednesday in court. You were so good. I expected She-Hulk to come in and call you an asshole like she did Matt Murdock. You've gotten a ton of praise on your appearance on Critics Court with Chris Gore, Film Threat.
That's awesome. I'll be honest. I felt like I really wanted to make a good showing because obviously I love Star Wars. I've talked about Star Wars for a long time. I like arguing with people. So I wanted to go there and be prepared and give a good presentation and destroy Disney Star Wars and the defense team. I think that's what happened. So I appreciate all you guys in chat. It was really fun. And it is good to have that positive feedback for sure. Usually I'm just making fucking videos and people can think of them whatever they think about them. I'm really happy that it was so well received.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely want to. I've heard a lot of praise though. I've seen a lot. I saw people talking about it in Drinker Stream. I was on with Drinker yesterday, and I saw people in the comments of Drinker Stream talking about it. So you definitely made a lot of people happy with what you did over there. So shout out to Ryan. Good stuff.
Good. Thank you.
Alex Van Way becomes a member of the 199. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Elon Musk, Daily Wire. This was a crazy story. So to set the table, about 2 months ago, Jeremy Boring of Daily Wire, the CEO of Daily Wire, he said that they started talking to Twitter about negotiating releasing What Is a Woman on June 1st, which is the 1-year anniversary of What Is a Woman, and a massively successful documentary by Matt Walsh. I've seen it. When I was an annual subscriber to Daily Wire, I watched all of their stuff. Whatever problems I've had with Matt Walsh is irrelevant. What Is a Woman is phenomenal.
It's incredible.
It is amazing documentary. One of the most important things that you will be able to watch on any platform anywhere. It is incredible. So they wanted to celebrate the 1-year launch of What Is a Woman by releasing it on Twitter for free for 24 hours on June 1st. They did a long negotiation with Twitter with their packages that they are offering. Daily Wire agreed to pay a lot of money for Twitter to launch this and push this on their platform. From what they were told and from what Jeremy Boring said, Twitter was going to be willing to push this all over the platform for them with the deal that they were working out. Everything seemed to be lining up for them. And then about a week before the launch, Twitter contacted them and said, hey, we understand this is somewhat of a controversial film, and so we want to watch it so that we can understand what exactly we're getting into, just so we can be prepared for whatever backlash is to happen. All systems are still go. Everything is great. We just need to understand it. So they said, no problem. We'll send you a screener. They sent them a screener. And as soon as they watched it, they came back. They said, yeah, no, we're not doing a deal with you. In fact, we're not putting this on our platform. And if you independently do this outside of the deal that we've worked out, we are going to actively shadow ban your content due to hate speech, because you have there's 2 people that are misgendered in this video. And
I wouldn't even say shadow banned, because, shadow ban would imply that nobody knows. It's just something that happens. They will basically put a label on it that says hateful conduct. So you can put it up there, but no one can share it. That's effectively what that label is.
That's a censor. That's a censor. Yeah. So they are actively censoring it. And from that point, that's when the Daily Wire guys started tweeting about it, and everyone's calling out Elon Musk and yada, yada, yada. From there, and again, I can't imagine what it's like to be Elon Musk. The dude has so much going on. His Twitter is probably just a disaster. I don't know how he manages his notifications. It's just crazy. But anyway, he's getting tagged all day long yesterday. He finally responds, and his responses are not really the most clear responses. But he did say, hey, I'm aware of this. A lot of people at Twitter messed up. We're going to get this fixed, yada, yada, yada. But then he made another response talking about pronouns and all this shit, and basically saying if it it will be posted, but it would only be pushed out to like Daily Wire supporters if it's got a label. It was a very confusing answer. Jeremy Boring said that he was told by Twitter executives that Elon was in the room at the time the decision was made. Now, he said he can't confirm or deny that. He's just simply, letting you know the information he has received. Through all of this, Ella Irwin, who is a very prominent figure in the Twitter world in terms of Elon Musk's Twitter, she was very prominent in a lot of different cases. She was over the head, and I think she was over the head of trust and safety. Yeah, she was the head of trust and safety. She was a big prominent person in this whole Eliza Blue thing that I was tangled up in, and a lot of other people. She resigns yesterday with all of this going on. She resigns. And so then it's like, what the hell is going on right now? And now today, when I wake up, Elon Musk has taken off all of the hateful tags, hateful speech tags, and retweeted it to his 141 million followers and says every parent should watch this. Holy shit. So what this tells us right here is that Elon Musk is in a rare position that he can do things that no one else can do. And he's earned that. So he's put himself in that position by him being a brilliant person and creating all of the things that he's created. But he had left-wing activists within his company actively sabotaging all of this. So Ryan, what do you make of this whole story?
I think that Elon probably was not too in the know about anything when it first initially came off. So I think he was kind of reacting to it and kind of putting out things that his team was telling him and not really understanding. There probably were some activists, because even Matt Walsh then tweeted out a clip, and within minutes, somebody tagged that as hateful, right? So there was somebody manually at Twitter doing these things, undoubtedly. Elon Musk has obviously cleared a lot of people out of Twitter. Ultimately, there's going to be people there that still have an agenda, and we're still rooting those people out. That's what it looks like to me. The fact that Elon Musk, and you brought this up to me earlier today, this is all during the first day of Pride Month.
Yes.
That on the first day of Pride Month, while all these organizations are focused on pretending to give a fuck about gay people and doing all this shit, like all this stuff, Twitter is dealing with whether or not to censor a film that all of the gay people, all the transgender community at least, absolutely despise. So it's just so ironic that all this stuff is going on. Elon, all through today, it's not just this that he's sharing out. He's responding to people about, genital mutilation and gender reassignment surgery and all this stuff today. So he's going pretty hard about this today. I have no doubt that he really wanted to make up for the debacle that happened before. I don't think he was directly involved with censoring them. I think he was probably responding with answers his team was giving them. At the end of the day, when he looked into everything, he realized this is ridiculous. Let's remove all these warnings, finally get it done on the back end, which happened overnight, and then get it out and spread it as loud as it could possibly be. Overall, this went as well as it possibly could have for Daily Wire, because they got the Streisand effect of being censored over this from the people at Twitter. Yet at the end of the day, Elon has fixed it. It's getting out there, and he's even promoting it. Yep. So a rough day yesterday turned into a massive win for them.
A monumental win for the Daily Wire. And I'm very happy about it, because you can, whatever issues you may or may not have with Matt Walsh are irrelevant. If you have not seen What is a Woman, you can go watch the whole thing for free right now. And it is incredible. It really, really is, because he lets the leftists do all of the work and make themselves look terrible. He just asks simple, dry, direct questions in his Matt Walsh way, and they just give him gold. You've got these these doctors, you've got these these people from all these universities with all of these degrees, and they can't answer a simple question as to what is a woman. They can't do it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes that is, to be honest, just Matt Walsh's entire presentation and delivery, because the whole thing is from this very fucking sarcastic point of view.
Yes.
Where he's like, well, how am I supposed to tell if my kids are girls or boys or whatever? Like all this stuff. He's like, I haven't really asked my wife if she's a woman. I guess I should ask her. But like, he's coming at, he's like, where do I go to learn what is a woman? And he goes to this school and this doctor and this gender reassignment freak and this therapist and all this stuff. That's what makes it gold to me.
Yeah. So it's a massive win, and I saw someone say, oh, please don't defend billionaires like Elon Musk. The hell, dude, I've criticized Elon Musk as constantly about stuff. This is a massive win for him. Massive win. Yes, there's a lot of things you can criticize about him. Who he hired as a CEO, the fact that Alex Jones is still banned from Twitter. All of these things are true. It doesn't matter. This is a massive win. More, I don't know if I don't know if it's hyperbole to say that What is a Woman is okay. I won't say all time, but I'll say in recent memory, probably the single most important documentary that we've had in recent memory, based on what it's dealing with and what we're facing with the corporations and the Hollywoods of the world and all of that. What is a Woman is monumentally important. Elon Musk is the most followed person on Twitter. He's one of the most influential human beings on the planet. And for him to retweet this and put so many eyes on it is a win beyond belief for not only Daily Wire, but pretty much everybody with common sense. So,
yeah, I think so. I think it's something everyone should watch because it just exposes for people that have been out of it. I think for us who are like paying attention to everything, we could sit at and laugh and point and laugh at the confirmation of everything we've been talking about for so long. I think for normal people to see something like that and maybe not realize how insane some of these talking points really are. I think when normal people see shit like that, it opens their eyes to really what's going on.
yep, 100%.
In culture, with the entire trans agenda.
Yep. Just pinned the post from Ruthie from Meta PCs. So if you guys have not, you can go over to Meta PCs and you can check out the Geeks Gamers landing page. You can also get yourself anything you want from Meta PCs, and if you do, use the promo code 199 or Geeks. But 199 is the one. I mean, who's going to use Geeks when you can use 199? And it really helps us out. I've been getting notifications over there, so thank you guys for supporting us over on Meta PCs. We appreciate it a lot. Somebody said Alex Stein was pure gold last night. I can't even imagine what Alex Stein pulled off over on his show.
So I'm gonna be on Alex's show next week. At some point. I think I don't know what day it is, maybe Wednesday. But I have no idea what to fucking expect, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So we'll see.
Man, Alex is a trip. I love that dude so much. And shout out to all of you. We've got nearly 2,000 people here on Geeks and Gamers Daily. And also shout out to Steph, My Nerdy Home. Her and Jed for the longest have been clipping out stuff for this channel or for this show and uploading it to the Geeks and Gamers Daily channel. And so we got Steph focusing on that a lot more now. And she's been crushing it over there on that channel. So really good, kind of views over there. She's been turning around a lot of this stuff really quickly. So shout out to My Nerdy Home. Go subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Daily if you want to have all of the stuff on this show kind of clipped out, the segments clipped out and uploaded over there. Where are we at on super chats, Ryan? Let's see.
I don't know where you left
Alex
off.
Van Way was the last thing I read. His
Dr. Quagsire for 5. Shout out to Prosecutor Ryan. Wore a nice suit and wrecked the defense. No need to debate. Thank you, Dr. Quagsire. Chris Coran for 2. Jeremy sporting the Mario Pride hoodie. Respect. I did I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that and I was talking about Pride Month, I saw what you were wearing. I was like, is that a fucking rainbow? Then I realized this is
fucking Mario. And we're taking it back anyway. We're taking it back. Just like in Clerks 2, Randall, he took it back. We're taking it back.
Where am I? Magnum Norris for 10. Trump is speaking to the people of Ohio right now. What a legend. Save America. Fuck yeah. You, Magnum
I'll have
Norris.
plenty of talk. There's a lot to talk about on Cobra Cast tonight. There's a lot to talk about.
Veckel for 199. Outstanding job at court. Is that what you mean at court, Ryan? Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Stephen Wasik for 5. This is going to come back and bite him when the WF overlords take over. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm talking about Elon. Matthew Hammond for 5. Elon was in China, so it'd be difficult for him to be in the room. That's not exactly, that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about when the decision ultimately for what they decided to do with it, which happened a couple days ago, that's what he was talking about. Not
Yeah.
That's what Jeremy Boring was talking about. Not saying that the day that it happened today that he was in the room for that.
Yep.
But that's just according to what Twitter people told him. And he says also Elon had a child that was transitioned, so he's sensitive to this topic. He seems to be pushing it out there today. Scott McKenzie for 5. Jeremy, I agree with you. The Walsh doc is huge. Mutilation's wrong, especially child mutilation, and kudos for giving credit when earned.
Absolutely.
Crispy Nokin, member for 3 months, got the 199 shirt in the mail yesterday. I won't wear it until there's a meetup in NYC or any state close by that I can travel to for said meetup.
Nice. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. We've seen some pictures on social media now, and that is super, super awesome. So
Mike has bad knees for 2. Please have Alex cool it with the homoeroticism.
Alex Stein.
Probably.
Primetime 99. I see we got video mode emojis now for Ryan. Same one he has over on RK Outposts.
Nice. Yeah, people liked. I went video mode for 20 straight minutes at Critics Court. So that was good.
You should clip that out and put it somewhere.
Maybe up on my live channel or something.
Yeah.
I hope that a lot of people go watch it over on Film Threat. You can watch it over on Film Threat. Just go to their live streams. The 4th episode of Critics Court.
Yep.
Andrew for 2,500 CRC. Have you guys seen C3P meme Rob DeSantis shorts? Take my Costa Rican pesos. Oh, Costa Rica. Well, there you go. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, CR must mean Costa Rica. I get it. I don't think so.
I have not.
Rabid one for $2. Ryan, new news. Jamie Foxx to star in Ray Part 2.
God.
I don't know how much you looked into that. I made a video about it yesterday.
I don't know how much of it's true, but it's it's being reported on even now mainstream outlets now.
So a lot of people were like, look, it's being reported on MSN. And it's like, kind of, but that MSN was literally just a republish of the original thing.
Yes.
It's not like it was an original MSN article. It's like an aggregate thing.
Okay.
So I hesitate to say it's being picked up by, or that it was like published by mainstream outlets. It really wasn't.
Okay.
It's kind of like, when Yahoo randomly just pulls articles from the rest of the web and publishes them. That's kind of the same thing on MSN.com.
So for everybody that is curious about this, so there are reports from sources that Jamie Foxx is partially paralyzed and blind due to his jab,
or at least that he was left that way after. Who knows if he's still in that state? Things like that.
Right.
That's really unclear. A guy came out, a gossip reporter. This is who this guy is. He's a fucking gossip reporter.
Yeah, AJ Mendez or whatever his name is. Like he's been around for a long time, if that's the guy.
Yes. But he came out and said that he had reports from in the hospital room that Jamie Foxx, after being rushed to the hospital almost 2 months ago, had a blood clot in his brain that he received, and that he did get the jab, that he didn't want to, but he had to do it for Hollywood Productions, and that he ended up with being partially paralyzed and blind. He didn't say what his current status is. He didn't say how long he was that way or if he's still that way now. That's what the report is. The family has said the completely opposite. The family said he's out playing pickleball, even though we haven't seen any photos or anything like that.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. Now, if all of that was the case, that this gossip reporter is reporting the truth, there would be a lot of, I think, motivation to hide what's actually going on. No doubt about that, especially when it comes to Hollywood and everyone that they may have forced, either very like upfront or in a different way, force people to get vaccinated. They would not want that out there if this was the case with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, 100%. I said this last night during my stream, but like Jamie Foxx to me he's actually like underappreciated for
he's super
everything.
Fucking talented.
He's mega talented, whether it's singing, rapping, acting, dancing, producing, like he's got his comedy stuff back in the day. Like Jamie Foxx is one of the most versatile entertainers we've had, and I don't think he gets enough respect for that. I really don't. I mean, the dude is huge. Slow Jams is one of my favorite songs. Him and Kanye, and was it Twista? Is that who it was? Was in that one? So just a phenomenal song. And yeah, so I mean, this dude's mega talented, and this has been going on for a few months now. I'm pretty sure didn't Mike Tyson make a statement about
So
Jamie Foxx? He said-
12 days ago, 12 days ago, Mike Tyson was on the Valuetainment podcast with Patrick Bet-David, and they asked him something about Jamie Foxx, and he's like, he's not feeling well. I heard he had a stroke. That's what Mike Tyson said. And then they kind of went into stuff. But what? That's what he said.
That was such a good. Holy shit. I'm trying to have a serious conversation, Ryan.
I was trying to give you exactly what Mike Tyson said. All right. Bro, I saw there was some clip. It was a reel that I saw the other day. It was like Mike Tyson from like the 90s trying to do promos for a fight that he had coming up. Yeah, exactly. And he was like, hey, it's me, Mike Tyson. Make sure to tune into Comcast Cable. And it's like, he's like kept fucking everything up. He said Comcast Cable. He said all this other shit. And he like couldn't get these basic things right in the ad reads. Hilarious. But anyway, yeah, like 11 or 12 days ago, that's what Mike Tyson said. And now we get word that, hey, blood clot in the brain, that's what causes a stroke, right? A blockage of blood in the brain is what causes a stroke. So I don't know. Nobody really fucking knows. And this has been going on. I think April 10th was when Jamie Foxx was admitted to the hospital. When we got that news that we heard it was like really bad. And when you are a public, obviously people are entitled to their privacy. And if the family doesn't want to come out and say, they don't have to. But at the same time, when you're such a public figure, you know, the public is going to want to know. When you make so much of your life public, the public's going to want to know what's happening, especially if it has the potential to be something that could affect them too. And the decisions that they made with their medical life and the way Hollywood pushed all these things.
Yep.
So I don't know.
It's a crazy story, and maybe we'll get more information, maybe not. I don't know. It's been kind of crazy. A figure of his stature and the secrecy surrounding it has been pretty crazy. It's reminded me a lot of the Michael Schumacher situation. Michael Schumacher was a Formula One racer, an all-time one of the greatest. And after right after he retired, and again, Michael Schumacher at his peak he was the most prominent athlete in the entire world. He was making more money than Tiger Woods at his peak. And he had a skiing accident. It pretty much left him to be a vegetable, but there was never any information on Michael Schumacher for years. No information. Then you heard rumors of stuff. This is kind of similar to that. Here's Tyson right here.
Yeah, you can compare how good my impression was, I suppose.
Mike, are you following what's going on with Jamie Foxx?
He's not feeling well.
Something's going on with.
Yeah, they said stroke. I have no idea what happened to him.
He said stroke a little better than you gave him credit for.
Oh, come on.
He said stroke a little better than you gave him credit for.
Come on.
He didn't say a thoka like Dave Filoni would say a thoka.
Going on with.
Yeah, they said stroke. I have no idea what happened to him.
He's not feeling well.
He's not feeling well.
You know what's going on with Jamie Foxx? He's not feeling well. Yeah. Paralyzed and blind would be the definition of not feeling well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not to make light of it, just, you know.
Oh, man. In all seriousness,
I hope everything's fine with Jamie Foxx. I hope that report is a lie. I hope that that's not the case. I hope it's all bullshit. I hope that his family and PR team are 100% right in what they're saying and they're being truthful and that he's making a full recovery, because that's rough.
It is rough,
especially
again,
for someone
one of the
who
most talented people on the planet.
Especially if it sounds like he's someone who didn't want to do it. There are a lot of people out there that didn't want to do it, but did it for one reason or another. So yeah, I can see why people might want to cover that up.
Absolutely.
Powerfully Weenus for 5. Jeremy, you going to be going over the Hannity town hall with Trump tonight? It's the last part of it.
I might. I watched bits and pieces of it while I was on the road. I wasn't overly excited to watch this one anyway, because I don't really like Sean Hannity. And so I didn't feel that there was going to be a lot of, to me, it's just the CNN one is good because you have CNN that's actually being confrontational. Yes. You know what I mean? Whereas that's not what Hannity's going to do. And that's not really what that town hall is going to do. It's,
So I feel like the other one's more interesting. The CNN one was more interesting, to be honest, because it's the Lions Den.
Yeah. So, but I can look into it, see if there's some sound bites and some highlights that we can react to for tonight at Cobra Cast.
Jimmy Touchdown for 5. Just heard John Campia is announcing he's running for president. Just kidding. His channel is failing. LOL. Campia casting couch is done. Thank you, Jimmy Touchdown. Jimmy Touchdown for 5. Met Jamie Foxx at a pool party at the Soho Club in NYC. The only person who's a bigger chump than Jamie Foxx is John Campia. Total chode. Well, there you go. Thank you, Jimmy Touchdown. Ajax Skyline for $20. Sucks I actually Jay Fox as an actor. It's unfortunate. I honestly wanted him or Idris Elba to be Jon Stewart Green Lantern back in the day. Yeah, I think you mean I like him as an actor. I think what's what you meant. Harry Brownhole for 2. Hope Jamie sues studio to oblivion and starts a trend. That could be a big deal. It could be a big
huge
deal in
deal.
Hollywood.
A huge deal.
Nord Timmy for a month. Hey, Ryan and Jeremy, just wanted to ask, will Fact Blast get a sequel? I think it's in the works, right?
Fact Blast sequel is in the works. It's called Cancel Catastrophe, and they are in the final stages of it. I don't know what's the exact time to expect a release, but yes, they have been working on that for a long time, and really excited about it. And Ryan will be a playable character in it, along with many of the other people from the team.
Nice. I can't wait. I do think we should talk a little bit about Star Wars, Jeremy.
Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, sorry, shouldn't have dead named it as Star Wars during Pride Month.
Yeah, I mean, so this whole story right here is what you've all been waiting for. Ryan is going to defend someone from Lucasfilm.
I am.
With
everything we've seen from Disney, Star Wars, and Lucasfilm over the past decade plus, it's clear that they don't like fans, that they in fact hate the fans. They've treated the fans like garbage. From the very beginning, when Kathleen Kennedy basically said, you know what, we don't need you anymore. We're not going to cater to you anymore. We're going to cater to a new audience. That's the audience that we want to build. She's on record saying that multiple times. So when I saw this headline, I wasn't really shocked. Star Wars producer calls out toxic fandom attacking Kathleen Kennedy. And even right here, Andor producer slams toxic Star Wars fans. Tony Gilroy gave an interview, and look, the headline says he slammed toxic Star Wars fans, and I was ready to fucking go in on Tony Gilroy. And then I actually saw the quotes, and I heard what Tony Gilroy said, and I realized, you know what? The only people that hate fans maybe more than Lucasfilm is actually the mainstream media. So it wouldn't surprise me if the media intentionally misled people about these quotes. I want to get into this. Speaking with Deadline, Andor head writer producer Tony Gilroy addressed the toxicity he sees from fans towards Star Wars president Kathleen Kennedy. We've got about 2 minutes of this that I want to listen to. Tony Gilroy, who was the guy for Rogue One and, of course, for Andor, speaking about the reaction from fans and things like this.
Let's hear
Jeremy has not seen this yet.
I have not.
So we're going to see if Jeremy thinks that he's slamming toxic fans with this.
Let's go.
It's just, man, they just make you look so good.
It's amazing. The Star Wars universe, those fans out there, the internet, anytime you get into something like this, you're fighting against that even before you've written a word, you know. And the pressure on you as a writer, I'm just curious, do you care? Does it bother you, or does it energize you to do right by them as well, or what they expect, or take them into a direction they didn't expect?
It was shocking on Rogue because I didn't really have any exposure when Rogue happened and everything that happened. I was really blown back by what was going on and this thing that I hadn't paid attention to. So I knew about it when I came back. I knew what to expect. You have to realize about that community that their passion and is they love this thing so much. The hardcore, deepest. You have within that community, you have Shiites and Sunnis and Kurds, and you have all kinds of people who have different, but their love of the show and their love of what it means to them is something that you really have to pay attention to. So my attitude has been, and the attitude of the show is, as far out there as we get, and as much as we bend the tone and the idea of what to do, We could never, ever be cynical about it. We have to take it more seriously than anybody's ever taken it. We're never winking. We're never kidding it. And so we have this mix of people who know nothing about Star Wars on our show, and then we have a bunch of people on the show that are huge nerds, and it's the marriage of knowledge and history mixed with a real ambition to take it someplace else, with hopefully respect for. I want the respect of that audience. Now I do read what they, there's no.
Now he's got a little more to say, and he's going to say something about Kathleen Kennedy. But just right there, what do you think about that answer, Jeremy?
He was navigating it as carefully as he possibly could, but in no way, shape, or form did I feel he was slamming the fans at all. He was talking about the passion, and he was answering the question with as much substance as you could ask for, and at no point in time did he trash the fans like they are presenting, in my opinion. Not even close.
To me, it's not exactly like Henry Cavill's response about toxic fandom, but it's a similar vein where it's like, hey, these people are passionate. They love this and they want it to be good. And at the end of the day, I want to take this as seriously as I can so that hopefully I can get the respect from that audience that loves this thing so much.
Yeah.
To me, like, come on.
This fucking guy who's asking the question, this fucking guy looks like a divorced fucking dad that works part-time at Home Depot to fucking pay his child support. The fuck is this guy doing here asking questions about Star Wars? You don't know shit about Star Wars. Go fucking work at Home Depot, you part-time fucking loser. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. So stupid. Good Lord.
And now the Kathleen Kennedy stuff is about to come up here. And we'll see what you think about that part.
No, there's no way of doing it and not being controversial.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's impossible. And Kathy's job is like, I mean, you don't want to be Kathy and ever open the internet. It's just, I mean, what she goes through and and it's been on for years, So
she's amazing. She's amazing.
It's you got to be you have pretty thick skin to do that. But I pay attention. I don't think we've made any real adjustments because of it, but it's been interesting to watch.
Oh my God.
Does that change the way you think about it at all? Or would this guy say, "Oh, she's amazing"?
No, I mean, I know what the guy's saying, and his overall demeanor and tone, he sounded like he was trying to be as nice and respectful as humanly possible. And from a perspective of where he's at, I get what he's saying. Like, regardless, what's he supposed to do? He's supposed to say she's a dumb bitch and all this? No, I mean, he's just saying, yeah, it's be tough, No, he didn't slam toxic fans at all. This is why people don't trust the media. This is why they don't respect the media. The media is trash, and Kathleen Kennedy is trash, and she deserves all the criticism she gets on the internet. But no, I don't have any real problem with anything he said.
I don't either. I have nothing wrong with that, and I think that's the right attitude to have. And I agree. You know what? It probably does take thick skin for Kathleen Kennedy on the internet, because there's been a lot of fucking problems with Disney Star Wars, and a lot of people have been upset for over a decade about it. But in terms of what Tony Gilroy said, I don't think, I think that's a very respectable answer, to be honest with you, when directly being asked a question, trying to lead him into slamming a fan base.
Yes.
That's the reason the question was there.
It's a lie. It's a point blank. It's a flat out lie from the media, and it's not surprising at all. But no, I agree completely with Ryan. Tony Gilroy, I thought that was about as could you imagine if Ryan Johnson answered questions like that? Good Lord, right? It's a drastic difference. So
yeah, I was totally ready when I saw this headline. I was ready today to fucking slam Tony Gilroy, but then I changed my mind when I actually saw the context for myself.
Absolutely. Disco Cobra for 50. Sup, guys? Hope all is well. So I finally got around to seeing the movie Fast X last night. It was better than I expected. Would say they dialed it back a bit with the absurdity, even though it was still crazy. Jason Momoa's character was the best part. Honestly, this is the first time I've really wanted to get back into Fast and Furious after Furious 7. Because people seem to really like this movie. I mean, and I'm not saying they didn't like the previous ones, but a lot of people really seem to like Fast X a lot. So I do want to go check it out. I may try to do that this weekend. So, but yeah, for sure. It's good stuff. Disco Cobra, thank you. I hope your retro gaming room is coming along very nicely, sir. And I'm glad you enjoyed Fast X.
I fell asleep for Fast X. I also fell asleep while trying to watch the new Miles Morales movie. I think I have a problem. I think I just fall asleep a lot.
Just tired.
Yes.
I'm
but,
probably gonna fall asleep before FNT, so we'll see if I make it in time. But like honestly, like I liked the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, and so I definitely want to see this new one. I don't really have that big of a problem with Miles Morales as much as I just like trolling the people that get super defensive over it. You know what I mean? That's the fun part. These fucking people are so sensitive to the Miles Morales thing, and they will lose their mind if you say Miles Morales is Miles Morales.
I wasn't like I didn't hate Into the Spider-Verse at all. I thought it was like praised as like some sort of masterpiece, which I thought was a little maybe over the top. To me, I don't like that animation style, and I didn't like a little bit of just the silliness associated with some of the other spider characters, like the pig and all that shit. Like to me, it wasn't a movie for me. I didn't hate it or anything like that. I didn't overly love it.
It wasn't made for you.
Yeah, it wasn't made for me, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, I certainly don't have the same hate. Maybe it's because I just wasn't as into Spider-Man growing up as a kid. Like he's never been a character that I cared nearly as much about as I did about the DC characters. Obviously, I love the Tobey Maguire movies and stuff like that. But when I was a kid, I just was not as into Spider-Man as I was into DC characters. So maybe that's why I'm not as invested in hating or loving Miles Morales as a character. But I don't know. Find the fucking, here it is. Kate T, member for 2 months. Kathleen Kennedy could fix it if she wants to. She doesn't. She won't listen to the fans. She hates us.
I agree with that. I mean, she absolutely hates fans. She despises us. Despises us. That's a fact.
Joey Flores for 5. I'm behind, but I wish I didn't get the jab. I just graduated college again and started working in a hospital and had to get it for my job.
A lot of stories.
I think there's a lot of people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with a gift membership. Thank you. Mouse for 5. Yo, Tyson sounds like a mob boss. I heard his cement shoes had him down. Is that what you want?
He's not feeling well.
Not feeling well. Some people say he had a stroke. Jack Hudson with a gift sub or with a gift membership. Thank you, Jack. Kizzy for 5. Sing it. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, he was. That's true. He was on Gold Digger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a trifling friend. I'm not gonna sing it. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me.
Ryan was a big Kanye fan back in the day. He liked it, like
Oh
his
my
music
God.
and
So,
stuff.
dude, I was a massive Kanye fan. Late Registration was probably like one of my most anticipated album drops of all time, to the point where when it came out, I just played it. I ruined the CD. I played it so much, and I had to get another one. But I remember when I was at work, I think Touch the Sky had just come out as a single, and it was out on the radio. It was like just debuted, and I knew every fucking word of it basically. And this dude next to me on the line, because I was working at a restaurant at the time, he's like, "How the fuck do you know all the words to this song? It literally just came out on the radio." I'm like, "Dude, I fucking love Kanye West."
You like him even more now these days.
That's true. Bass Kanye, especially the shoulder pads. Taker for $2. Jamie Foxx has not left Hollywood, to be clear. Not yet. Carlos Estrada for 5. Just cast Jamie Foxx as Charlie in Charlie's Angels. He just sits in a chair and talks. Or MODOK could work too. Maybe your necromancer in wheelchair for D&D 2. Man, that's brutal.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
It's you.
MCU fan has changed his profile to me. What the hell is this? Yes, Ryan's a huge Kanye fan. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Kanye back in the day. Like, I liked some of his stuff, but I didn't listen to Kanye that much. In passing, like I'd liked some of his songs, but I'm and it's a little bit before the Kanye's heyday, but I was a Tupac guy. So And so, but Kanye was not my cup of tea until he became MAGA. And then I started liking him. But yeah, like I liked like Through the Wire. I thought was a phenomenal song. I think that was his first single, right? Through the Wire.
Potentially, yeah.
Pretty sure that was his first single. That was his first kind of mainstream single, anyway, from what I remember.
Well, I don't know when Jesus Walks came out.
Jesus Walks was after Through the Wire.
Yeah,
Through the Wire.
Jesus
I'm
Walks
pretty sure
was probably the. Well, there was a lot from those. To me, those two albums are his best albums. I think that College Dropout, Late Registration are my favorite Kanye's. Graduation is really good too. I know a lot of people say after that is when he started to get good. To me, that like there's nothing that's going to beat those original Kanye's. When he had like all these tracks that he'd fucking saved up, all these beats that he'd made for himself that he didn't want to give to anybody else that he wanted to. Because that was the whole thing. Kanye obviously worked with Jay-Z a ton, did a ton of beats for Jay-Z. And nobody wanted to let him do what he wanted to do. Nobody wanted to let him be a rapper. They wanted to buy his tracks and do stuff with it, but he refused. So he had a lot of shit saved up, I feel like, on those first two.
Yeah, Through the Wire was his first song.
Yeah, because to him, I don't think that's his best song, but it's like super meaningful to him, obviously, because he almost fucking died.
Yep. That might be my favorite Kanye song. That might be. I mean, I like a lot of them. Jesus Walks is a great song. But yeah, there's Kanye though back in the day was huge, man. So
I even like there's a song on Late Registration called Drive Slow with Paul Wall.
Paul, yes, I remember Paul Wall.
I like that. I like that song. I could just listen to that on repeat for a long time, to be honest with you. As long as no one was the car filming me when I said certain words. Chico's Memories for 2. Hey, I'm not getting alerts for this stream. Well, we may have gone live a minute before we went live yesterday or something. I don't know. I think I got a notification. Let me check.
Did I get one?
I got one. I got one for the stream.
Yep, I got one. Yeah, I got one. So,
where are we? Do Matt G for $1. Thank you. Davish for 5. Just spent 2 hours browsing around Twitter. We are winning tooth and nail down with ESG. Hail the 199, gentlemen. Have a fantastic day. Thank you, Davish. Scorned for 5. Can't wait for the Jamie Foxx gay race swap Daredevil remake. Brendan Bellman for 5. Jeremy, do you know your voice is in Red Letter Media Captain Marvel review?
Yes.
It's like they just go over a lot of the reaction to it, right? And a lot of different people since clipped together a bunch of reactions. Is that what they did?
Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff in there and they had my voice in there. I thought it was pretty funny. So, and I was like, hell yeah. Clip me out. Make me more famous, Red Letter Media. The fact that I was in a Red Letter Media video in any capacity is crazy to me. So,
Barry McCockner for 199. Slow Jams with Foxy and Twista is a good song. It is.
Oh, it's a fantastic song. I mean, I don't consider that a individual Kanye song, but that if we're talking about, if I'm saying that, I like that more than any individual Kanye song. I love Slow Jams, and that song is timeless. It never gets old, man. That song is awesome.
All right. I hate it when this shit bounces. Pilgrim Media for 2. Let's go, Brandon. Hit the deck like a bag of pasta. Bro, that was rough yesterday.
What?
Joe Biden falling?
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. I mean, the dude is not qualified. Again, I don't want to get super political or anything like that, but the dude is just, I've got it right here because I tweeted it out. But I just tweeted out 81 million. That's all I did. 81 million, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And somebody pointed it out too. Right before he falls, he was doing that stupid little like jog to show he's still a spry chicken. Like he was doing that stupid fucking jog he does.
This is sad, bro. Like, oh yeah, it's the floor's fault. The floor fucking moved on me.
Jesus Christ. Like, it's just pathetic, dude. Pathetic. It's pathetic.
Did you see the other angle? Did you see the other angle that shows one of the Air Force cadets' reaction to it?
I'm
gonna see if I can find it. I think.
All right.
it's so
Well, I
good.
did. Well, we got another angle that I don't know if a lot of people have seen.
Damn!
It hit almost as hard.
No.
Here it is. This angle. It's like, what the fuck do you do? But look at this angle and the Air Force cadet that comes up.
That is awesome. I have not seen that. One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah, that's fucking rough.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
Oh man.
That's somebody needs to meme that. Not my fucking job. Like, that's not my fucking job to pick up this old man.
One, it's like, and two, like the Secret Service like swarms him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You don't even
yeah.
want to get in there.
Right,
Like,
right.
You wouldn't even want to get in there. So I don't fucking blame her for reacting like that at all.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that the saddest part about that is it's obviously not the first time we've seen him like fall like that.
No,
with
it
the
ain't.
bike and everything. For as much as I despise what he's doing and his agenda for the country, the fact that this old man who can barely answer questions, who can barely walk, is trying to be run out there for another 4 years is like, that's cruel.
Yeah.
Like, he is not he might be an evil motherfucker, and he is, but he is just, it's sad to see somebody like that pretending like they're okay and that they are actually up to the job. And it's embarrassing for our country from a global perspective.
Yeah, honestly though, is that one the most embarrassing, or was this one? Because I think this one might be even more
Bike?
embarrassing. No,
Oh.
this one. Jesus, like
that one that one he trips a little bit and he doesn't want to stop, right? He doesn't want to stop and collect himself because he's like worried about optics. He's worried about looking like so he just tries to go with it. That one I can kind of understand. You know what I mean? Because he should have slowed down right after he tripped.
yeah.
The other one was just a fucking face plant.
Yeah, that was probably I guess that one is like, I did see there was a thing with Trump last night where he talked about it. I don't know if you heard that part. It was kind of funny. He wasn't making a joke about it, but
Kyle Denson for 5. Jeremy, were you and the vice president Kamala Harris smoking pot while listening to Tupac back in the day?
say that again. Say that again.
Were you and Vice President Harris smoking pot and listening to Tupac back in the day?
Yes. He's my favorite living rapper, Tupac. I am not racist. I know a lot of black people. Tupac is my favorite living rapper. Isn't that what she said?
Yes, at some point.
I'm trying to find this clip real quick. All right, go ahead and read.
Savage Talk for 5. Ryan is being really bad at being racist. Runaway is the best Kanye song. Runaway is good. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album. Yeah, Runaway is good. Magnum Norris for 10. My favorite Yeezy song is Joe Biden Falls. There you go. AR for 5. Power is my favorite Kanye song. Perfect workout song. Yeah, good.
Here we go.
Dress shoes on like you have now, which have very slip. Never point at the time. Yeah. And you were coming down a ramp. It didn't have a rail. You had dress shoes on like you have now, which have very slippery soles.
They look a little better, but you better not walk in rain. That's true.
Especially downhill on a ramp.
You know, it was very interesting. I think I made my best speech. And that was my best speech. And I was so proud of it. It was pouring. And I said, this speech was so good. And then I said, how do I get down? Sir, you have to go down the ramp. I said, the same one I came up, it was a long, like an ice skating rink. And they said, yes, sir. And I had the general next to me, the commandant of cadets, nice guy, big guy, strong guy. I said, General, and he's wearing combat boots. They don't slip too much. I said, General, get ready, because I may have to grab you here. But I said, I'm not falling. There's no way. So I'd go tippy-toe down the thing. That was a mistake, because it didn't look so good. I even agree it was. But I got killed, and they never covered that speech. I said, it was my best. Someday they'll.
Had the tippy toe. It didn't look too good.
Yeah, he looked old and slow, you know? Yeah. That's pretty funny. Blake Barrett for 5. What if there's a memo at Disney saying Ariel needed to be a ginger, but someone with dyslexia misread it? Hey, thank you. Alexander Shilbilski for 5. You think Twitter would be censoring Brandon's tumble yesterday? Sounds like Elon needs to stop paying people that cost him money. That sounds like he's probably identified some stuff.
I think it's amazing that Twitter has gone as smoothly as it has with what Elon has done. So an occasional issue here, issue there. I get it. And, overall, he made whatever concerns, people may have had yesterday, myself included. He pretty much cleared all that up today, because retweeting What Is a Woman and saying every parent should watch it. Holy shit, dude. The outrage from the fucking mob. And I'm sure there's people, high-ranking people at Twitter, that are furious at him for this. Fucking furious at him for this.
Yeah, to me, Twitter is not it's not unlimited free speech. That's not what it is. However, what I do think has been a lot better with Twitter is them being more honest about what's going on, being more transparent about what they are doing or not doing to censor things or not censor things, even to the point of when government requests things be taken down, they're going to start making that public. And I do think, obviously, that Elon Musk is willing to listen to backlash that's out there for bad decisions that people think he makes. So to me, it's gone really well. I think Twitter right now is infinitely better than it was before Elon Musk bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think it's significantly better.
Agreed.
I want to talk about Little Mermaid, though, after we got that nice
Little Mermaid. Chat. So we got 2,500 people here. Thank you, guys. Smash the melee button. Let us know you're enjoying the stream. Let us know in the comments if you're enjoying it. And we appreciate you guys being here on Geeks and Gamers Daily.
That's right. Now, we got to talk about Little Mermaid, because despite the fact that Disney and the media did everything they could to run defense for this, to stop the backlash, to say if you say anything bad about this movie, you must just be a racist, it just simply has not been performing very well, especially in the international box office. That's where it's been really, really bad for them, especially for a Disney live-action remake. And they told everyone they're committed to diversity. They're committed to inclusion. They're committed to all of these things and changing the story, changing the lyrics. Obviously, we know all about the casting. But apparently, Jeremy, that is not enough. That is not enough for some people. And right now, The Little Mermaid is getting slammed by some woke Disney fans because, quite frankly, they didn't do enough. The Little Mermaid criticized by diversity advocate for slavery erasure. A prominent media diversity advocate is taking aim at The Little Mermaid for ignoring slavery. Because that's what you had to have in this movie, Jeremy. And when you start to make changes like this, when you start to change the setting, when you start to change all these things, all of a sudden you find that you're open to a lot more criticism from the very same people that you're trying to pander to. The dangerous erasure of slavery. Marcus Ryder, an influential British campaigner who also chairs the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, he celebrated the casting of Halle Bailey, but took issue with the film's glossy depiction of racial harmony. Yes, how dare a white... This sounds like a Grace Randolph here. After watching the Disney remake with his 6-year-old son, Ryder felt compelled to write a blog about the movie. Ryder said The Little Mermaid appears to be set in the 18th century at a time of African slavery, but the fictional Caribbean islanders close to Atlantica live in a world free from human rights atrocities. I do not think we do our children any favors by pretending that slavery didn't exist. Setting the fantastical story in this time and place is literally the equivalent of setting a love story between a Jew and a Gentile in 1940 Germany and ignoring the Holocaust. Look at this shit. We owe it to our children to give them the most amazing, fantastical stories possible to help their imaginations grow. We do not do this by whitewashing the difficult parts out of our history. We do it by embracing our rich history and empowering them with the truth. Imagine claiming that this story has been fucking whitewashed. Jeremy, what do you think about this?
It's never, ever, ever, ever enough. And it's why it is detrimental to even entertain the idea of social justice. Because once you do it, like how much social justice complaining have we heard about Top Gun Maverick?
I mean, there was some initially out there, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was very much insignificant.
Very much insignificant and didn't even make any type of dent in the discussion because it was never even remotely hinted about in the movie because they don't care. They didn't care about these freaks. This movie, The Little Mermaid, is literally pandered to these freaks. It's pandered to them. And because it's pandered to them, once you open the door of social justice, once you crack the door of social justice, it's over. They're going to kick that door open. They're going to demand everything. And everything that you don't do, they're going to call you all of the names because you didn't do them. And then when you do those things, then they will find something else to complain about. And the fact that someone watched a fucking movie about a fucking mermaid and wants to bring all of this into the equation, it just shows you how broken it all is. And it's why you never pander to this group of people, ever. Ever.
Yeah, it's never going to be enough. Even just a few days ago, look at this Salon article. The Little Mermaid and Disney's dilemma. Why no Black Prince? Are whitewashed diversity efforts like live action Little Mermaid still considered diversity efforts? Like, you will never win when you decide to go this route. And the people behind The Little Mermaid are finding that out the hard way.
It's unbelievable, man. My goodness. What a bunch of clowns. You get what you deserve, Disney. You get what you deserve. And by the way, I hope everyone's staying safe out there at your local Little Mermaid screening because there's a lot of violence going on out there. And I hope everybody's staying safe because it seems like it's creating a lot of violent acts at different cinemas around the country. So maybe we'll have articles about how it's motivating so many violent acts out there. Hopefully we'll get those articles too. You remember those articles about the Joker, and how all this violence was going to break out of the Joker. And yet we're seeing violence breaking out all over the country with the Little Mermaid screenings.
Yeah. We'll see if the same thing happens at Miles Morales movie today or this weekend too. Well, yeah, I wonder if the same racists who review bombed The Little Mermaid, right? There are all these racists are out there review bombing, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if those same racists are going to be out there review bombing the Miles Morales movie. You think that'll happen, Jeremy? I've seen some of the initial scores from it. I've seen some of the initial audience reactions. Somehow the racists must have taken this week off. They used up all of their racism last week for The Little Mermaid. They don't have any left for Miles Morales across the Spider-Verse. It's weird how that works.
Yeah, no, the races. I've heard rumors that the races are taking this week off completely, and they tend to take weeks off when the movies are good. Ryan, yeah, that's the correlation I'm finding. When the movie is good, the races take the week off, but when the movie's bad, that's when all the races show up. It's a pretty interesting connection, isn't it?
Yeah, weird how that works. Ruthie is here for 199. She has a Pride Geeks and Gamers profile picture. Jeremy's representing Pride with Mario.
The hell?
Dr.
Ruthie's profile picture. I talked about that last night on my D-Day Cobra stream. I'm like, what is going on with your profile picture? Hey, I gotta show everybody because everybody knows, you guys know this is your show just as much as it's our show, and you guys make the show. Last month, Geeks and Gamers finished 7th in the United States of America in Super Chat revenue. 7th.
That's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. 7th, and then ahead of Dr. Disrespect. All right. And then there's Gary, and then D-Day Cobra finished 19th.
That's fucking wild.
Ahead of Tim the Tap Man. D-Day Cobra's ahead of Tim the Tap Man. That's crazy. So shout out to you guys, number 7, and almost caught Timcast last month. So,
oh, wow.
Almost caught Timcast. You guys are the best. So,
and somehow, you see Fresh and Fit and whatever podcast, somehow we made it up there without just having stupid women on the stream.
I know.
It's crazy how that works.
And whatever, yeah. So you got Fresh and Fit #1 and the Whatever podcast #2. Basically the same exact template that they do. and we, we don't do that. Although I guess we could, Ryan.
I mean, I was gonna make a joke. I won't. Faux peasy for $1. Trump curse. All this is happening. Biden continually falling because the media made fun of Trump walking down that ramp. I was over on Rumble. Thank you, Faux peasy. The Clear site. Ryan, is it true you don't pay attention to the Nerdrotic Discord? Farron said something about you. It is absolutely true that I don't pay attention to the Nerdrotic Discord. Yes. I don't pay attention to basically any Discord. So that is an accurate statement. I don't know if that's like, I heard a rumor out there that Ryan doesn't pay attention to the Nerdrotic Discord. I don't pay attention to any Discord for the most part. So
I pay attention to our Discord a little bit on Geeks and Gamers, whether it's the premium chat or the Snake Pit. That's about it.
Yeah. I don't even know who you're talking about that was talking about me, but it's good either way. Celluloid Dream for 199. In that moment, Kamala hoped her time had come. Dr. Quagsire for 5. Biden fell. Well, see you later. Mouse for 5. That's funny, but I'm always distracted by the dude facing the camera. What an ishy effing salute. I didn't even pay attention to that guy, to be honest with you. But thank you, Mouse. Tearing the Black for 5. OMG, is that a black card? I said yes, but I prefer calling it African American Express. Best Kanye line. It's got a lot of good ones, man.
So for those who don't remember, Kamala Harris said that Tupac was the best rapper alive in the year of 2020 when Tupac died in 1996. Good job, Kamala. You fucking idiots. She is literally just, who's dumber, Ryan? AOC or Kamala?
That's a tough question. I do think that AOC is like a legitimate retarded person.
Let's hear this. Hang on.
Yeah.
Best rapper, and then best rapper alive.
Tupac.
You say he lives on.
But not a lot. I know. I keep doing that.
You say, listen, West Coast girls think Tupac lives on. I'm with.
God, she's trying so hard to spin it. She's trying so hard to spin it.
To me, the differences between, like, they're both dumb people. Kamala is a super fake person.
Yes.
Like AOC,
yes.
Yeah, obviously she fucking played up that Latin shit when she was doing that town hall meeting or whatever it was. To me, she comes off as like relatively genuine. You know what I mean? Kamala is just fake as fuck all the time. And the way she talks to people like they're 4 years old sometimes, it's so, I hate her. I fucking hate her.
She's the worst. She's the worst. So
Ryan Unknown for $9.99 doesn't say anything, but it's his first super chat. Thank you. Class C Radio becomes a channel member. Thank you. Kizzy for $1.99. You see Trump's response after Joe's last fall.
Yep.
Watched it. Ellie Reen, member for a month. Thank you. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Becomes a channel member. Thank you, Ellie. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Hey, guys, did you already see the new and improved How to Train Your Dragon live action cast announcement? Absolute perfection. Yeah, so the same girl who got cast as Ellie in Last of Us got cast as Astrid in How to Train Your Dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I mean, she's like half black or something. Not a surprise. Not a surprise
at all. Not a surprise at all.
In modern day. L Dark with a gift membership. Thank you. Magnum Norris for 10. Lizzo was spotted in the Pacific Ocean. It was filmed by some brave souls. People call it the gigantic mermaid, and a legend was born. Thank you. Class C Radio becomes a channel member. Loving the 199. Nice. Fish Shooter for 10. That's because your fans actually work for a living. Maybe. Roland New, member for 2 months. Hail the 199 and G&G. You all rock. PR
Thank you, guys.
Domino Champ becomes a channel member. Lamon for 27 Swedish. Johnny Depp got a 7-minute applause at Cannes Film Festival 2023. That's right. Lady Pitbull for 199. Anything to beat Tim. Heart salt. William Deccan or William DeChin. Oh, this instead of Willem Dafoe, it's Willem DeChin for 10. I usually missed you guys during the day. Glad I was able to watch Geeks and Gamers daily. Thank you very much, Willem.
Jersey Dolphins has been asking all stream. Hey, it'll happen. It'll happen. MCU fan got one, okay? So if MCU fan got one, Jersey Dolphins, you'll get one at some point, all right? So just be patient. Be patient.
Carlos Estrada for 2. Harris knows where Tupac is hiding from Jada. Yeah, maybe that's true. Savage Talk, what's up, man? For $10, check out G&G Tabletop tonight, 10 p.m. My character Finn Dettis.
Nice.
No, sorry, my character can't. I think he misspelled debuts. My character Finn debuts. Maybe that's just his last name. Hail the 199. Yes, nice. I actually checked out a little bit of your character creation, I think, the other day. So shout out to Savage Talk. He's going to be on the G&G Tabletop.
And shout out to Tabletop in general. They're closing on 10,000 subscribers. And had a talk with the Rude Eye yesterday. And I love what the Rude Eye's got going on over there. The whole crew over there, everybody's doing great. So shout out to Geeks and Gamers Tabletop.
What is this here? Oh, I think you got a response to your Twitter from a certain angry YouTuber.
Let's see.
Maybe someone who's angry, whose birthday might maybe Joseph.
Oh, Angry Joe. God damn it, Angry Joe. Let's see. Let's read this. Let's read this live. So Chrissy's video right here, and I just responded to Keith Olbermann, don't care, still voting Trump. You know, just trolling him because I know how triggered he gets over it. Angry Joe says, do you vote based on emotion or do you vote based on policies? Which Trump policies and accomplishments specifically do you like the best that you want another Trump term? Trying to understand the appeal. Is it the large tax breaks for the rich or the corporate, the corps, or is it the deregulation of industries? Joe.
I will say this. At least the response is like, it's not like he's fucking slamming you. I mean, he's like,
true. Yes.
It almost seems like he's coming from a genuine place.
Me and Joe and Ripa got on a Discord call about a few months ago when me and Joe got into it on Twitter. And me and Joe and Ripa had a really good conversation. And I got to say, like, no bullshit. Like, it was a really good conversation. He still fundamentally misunderstands a lot of like my world, and that's fine. He's in a different world. But regardless of our disagreements, he had a conversation with me. You know what I mean? That's much more than I can ask for most people that disagree with me. So I like Angry Joe. I've always liked Angry Joe. Clearly he has insane takes sometimes that I disagree with, and he could probably say the same about me, but he had a good conversation with me and Ripa. And even if it got a little heated at times, it ended very respectfully. You know what I mean? And so, and to Ryan's point, it's not like he's just screaming and calling me names and all of that. He's just genuinely trying to understand. And I appreciate that. So I appreciate that. Ben.
Yeah.
What? Ben just dropped 50 gifted memberships. 50 gifted memberships. Holy shit. Ben Giles. Always dropping bombs over here on Geeks and Gamers. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. And the chat appreciates you. Everybody show Ben Giles some love in the chat with all those gifted memberships.
There you go. Big 50 drop. Bethesda's Lore Master 5 just finished watching Ryan bitch slap that Filoni clown. He sat there pouting and seething the rest of the time reading chat. Hail to you, sir, in the 199. Yes, that was That was my Matlock moment, okay? That was my Matlock moment of that. And when I realized, thanks to some research that someone else did, that the person I was arguing against actually did have a relationship with Dave Filoni, because he wrote for an episode of Clone Wars. So I was able to basically call him out for calling everyone else biased. That was good. Make sure to watch that stream, guys, over on Film Threat. Candy T, member for a month. Hey, Ryan and Jeremy, tomorrow's my birthday. Can I get a happy birthday? Candy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's awesome. What about you, Jeremy? Can you say happy birthday?
I'm sorry. I'm going to respond to Angry Joe real quick. So who was it? I saw
Candy
the
T.
Yeah, because it was a member message, right? So I'm looking for it now. So Candy T, hey Ryan and Jeremy, tomorrow's my birthday. Can I get a happy birthday? Chat, can we get happy birthdays for Candy T? And she just said thank you in the chat as well, right there. So happy birthday. We hope you have a great one, and we appreciate you. Thank you for the member message. I'm gonna try to do a quick response to Angry Joe here, real quick.
Taker for $2. Yo, Jeremy, no Mario Kart tracks dropping soon. Powerfully Weenus for 5. Lizzo was a beach whale found near windmills in California in the water. Hercules for $4.99. Have you seen John Campea melt down over How to Train Your Dragon? I cannot avoid getting sent a million videos about John Campea. And yes, he said his mission is to purge 30,000 subscribers from his channel because they're all like retarded, toxic, cousin humping man babies who just want to scream woke and come all over themselves. Said something like that in a video I made. So he's just going full. I don't know what's going on with John, but I hope everything's all right with him. Jack off Oliver Bush for $1.99 says hello. Sophie for 2. Hale, did you see Razorfist hating on Cavill? Well, he said that he thinks Henry Cavill was a bad Superman and a worse Witcher. So that's what he said. Charlie D'Angelo for 5. Jeremy Ryan, I did a face swap of Miles Morales with Ryan's and even did a trailer and tagged both you in it. I got attacked by the squad. It's not the first time I've been blackfaced on the internet from probably you, Charlie. So thank you for that. Karnak Ketrel for 2. Forget Pride Month. It's Jurassic June. Yeah. Savage Talk for 5. It was debuts. Had to write it 50 times. Wouldn't go through. Damn YouTube. Well, all right. We figured it out. Sergio Garcia for 5. Jeremy was about to throw some bombs at Joe, and then DEI manager said, no, chill. Ryan the Peacemaker. Well, listen, a lot of people may think that I just fucking want to hate every single thing or whatever out there. I am fully on board with fucking going full flamethrower on people when they deserve it. But at the same time, I do think like what's important to me is having like the real take and what I think. And if I think something is being seen the wrong way or is bullshit, I'm going to talk about it. Just like I imagine you're going to see a lot of videos and live streams today that are titled Kevin Gilroy fucking slams toxic fans because those articles said that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that when I saw it. So I felt it was important to call it out. So regardless of what you may think about me or my opinions on shit, I'm always going to try to be as honest as I possibly can, even with an Angry Joe response like that, which I think, as much as I think Joe's kind of fucking retarded about a lot of shit, I think that was like a genuine response.
So mine was just to name a few: no new wars, historic peace deals around the world, amazing U.S. economy, low gas prices, good immigration policy, and he left most decisions up to the states. So that's it. Just a few key points right there off the top of my head, you know. And that's the thing that like a lot of people like he left like the left again, I don't want to go full Cobra Cast here, but like the left constantly accused him of being a dictator. He left all this stuff up to the states, and to his detriment, he probably should have stepped in during the Summer of Love, you know, and probably really should have flexed his muscle, but he didn't. He left it up. He's like, I'll offer you support if you want it, but he didn't actually do the dictator accusation that he was accused of. You know what I mean? And so that's why you had places like Florida, like Texas, like, you know, North Dakota, South Dakota, whatever, you know, they kind of handled things their own way during the lockdowns. He left it up to the states. So anyway, Ben just dropped 50 more gifted memberships. Holy crap.
I thought you were going to go more than that. Yes, 50 more channel members. Thank you very much, Ben Giles.
Camera was on the whole time, huh?
Yeah. 50. Holy crap. Done. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 100 gift memberships from Ben Giles today. Thank you, Ben.
Jesus, that's crazy, man.
Everyone's turning green. Shadow Saiyan becomes a channel member. Thank you. Hayden for 20. I got screenshots of the racism and bias in the chat. LMAO, that dude was a trip. Yes. And to be fair, I think he was playing his role, and I think he was trying to use he was trying to be the defense in this case. You know what I mean? He was trying to play into that role a little bit, and I think that's really the only chance they thought they had. So yeah. I don't know about him personally. I know he's friends with Chris and everything, so I'm sure he's a nice guy, but it did not go well for him on Critics Court. We'll put it
You're
that
a
way.
nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Yeah. Sophie for 2.
We were talking about that on Drinker Stream yesterday on like Christian Bale freak out because it was the whole Ishmael Cruz Cordova and I was like, I want Bale to show up and just fucking, you want me to trash your fucking lights? So we went off on that whole tangent, you know, because I think everybody in life should experience one of two things to build you for what you need to deal with in the real world. You either need to go through an old school Modern Warfare 2 lobby, or you need to work with Christian Bale on the set of a movie. Those two things will definitely, you know, mold you for life, for sure.
Sophie for 2. Jeremy, for funds, make a calendar with suit Ryan. Fucking simp, Sophie. Thank you. Jack off Oliver Bush for $1.99. How do I gift membership? You clip that gift membership thing. Ben's got a big, massive super chat that he just dropped.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ben, I love that $199 is now the standard. We don't get 200 super chats anymore. $200. We don't want them. We want a $199 super chat. Ben Giles. I was just tired of seeing the pleb grades, but seriously, you guys give me entertainment and the community I need to need with a busy work life. Thank you. God bless and hail. Thank you, Ben. I'll never forget like this whole, like, what was it? We were playing Fortnite, I think, right? It was Fortnite, and we were like, you're like, to get a dub, I'll give you 500 or something like that. Or I don't know. It was and I was like, I think I'd misread it or something. And I think he only sent like a 10. And I was like, oh, you were trolling me. And then next thing you know, like it comes in. I was like, what the hell? So yeah. Ben is good peeps, and it's the rest of all of you. He was tired of seeing all the gray names, and now everybody's turning green.
That's
hell
true.
Yes. Hell yes. We like green chat. We like it. We like it a lot.
Thank you, Ben. Brendan Bellman for $4.99. The defense had a bad take, but I do respect both of them for getting on a stream to talk about it rather than throw insults and hide like Jarvo and Campia. Thank you, Brendan Bellman.
No, I'm serious. I want to emphasize this. Like Joe wanting to have conversations is monumental of considering how the majority of people are like that. And so I greatly appreciate it. I've been watching Joe for a long time. I remember when he and I had our first conversation in DMs, he was very shocked at how respectful I was towards him. I think he was expecting me to come at him hot. And I'm like, hey, man, been watching you a long time. I appreciate you wanting to hear my side of this. Then he goes, wow, that's a different response than I was expecting. I'm like, yeah, I'm a real asshole on Twitter, but if you come at me respectfully, I'm going to respond respectfully, you know? So
Taker for 2. Ryan, did I say no or new Mario Kart tracks? New. I don't fucking remember. I thought you said no new. You said no. He said, yo, Jeremy, no Mario Kart tracks dropping soon. So you said no.
Okay.
So you did say no, but we'll correct it with this super chat. New.
Got you.
Thank you.
So Ryan,
yeah?
What's it going to take to get you back on Mario Kart for a special guest appearance?
I'd have to think about it. I don't particularly want to. So something pretty big. Have to imagine. Mondays?
Jeremy is respectful. I agree. Ryan is Ryan, though.
What does that mean? It just depends.
Ryan's the one that was like, before you come in hot on Joe, Jeremy, he's being, because he could tell. I think Ryan could tell. I was like, whoa, let's go, Joe. And Ryan's like, bro, he's right. Ryan was right. Because I was ready. I was like, well, I'm going to quote tweet you. I'm going to call you a pork wallet. But in reality, he was asking a genuine question, which I appreciate. So.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Hey guys, in honor of Pride Month, who would you rather get it on with? Optimus Prime or Emperor Palpatine? Probably Optimus Prime. There'd probably be a lot of lube, they just naturally there. So if I had to choose one, Probably. I don't really feel like seeing Emperor Palpatine's dark side, to be honest with you. So,
Are you offering AB or are you asking?
I mean, that would probably do it. Bashy Washy for 20. Happy birthday, you sod. 199 3v3. Sorry, been away, was still sick. Jeremy, play Diablo 4, you gimpy.
Man, listen, the amount of games that we're going to be playing moving forward based on your guys' request. Halo, we're bringing Halo back. Obviously we've been playing Modern Warfare 2. We've been playing Fortnite, and we've been playing Titanfall when it works. We've been playing Battlefront 2, but we're gonna bring Halo back, and I want to play Gears of War. I want to play online Gears of War. I've never I've played through the campaigns of Gears of War, the first 3. I've never played online Gears of War, so I have no idea what I'm getting into with online Gears of War. But I want to play. Apparently, Halo is good again, and online Gears of War. That would be fun.
Hacky Smack for 5. Trump 2024. Thanks for the membership, Ben. There you go. Jesus Davila gifts a sub as well, or gifts a membership. Thank you, Jesus. Hacky Smack for another $3. Doesn't say anything. Ellie Reen for 5 gift memberships too. She's getting in on it. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Hacky Smack for 3. When is Nintendo's next console?
What is what?
When is Nintendo's next console?
I mean, it's rumored that I think they're working on something now. I personally don't think we're going to get an announcement within the next 6 months. I just don't. I think the Switch is still selling very well. It's obviously losing a little bit of its momentum. It's moved 130 million units. But I think they're going to try to get another 8 months out of it before they're willing to announce something. But as I've said many times, I watch channels like Spawn Wave and RGT85, and they're fantastic channels, and they keep up with all that stuff. So that's where I get a lot of my gaming news from. And I'd like for us to cover more gaming news as well here, whether it's here on Play, trying to stay on top of a lot of that stuff. So
PR Domino Champ for 10. Ryan, on Call of Duty would be entertaining. I've played plenty of Call of Duty before. With the channel, it's fucking frustrating for me. So
Ryan is a very it's an interesting one. He's interesting when it comes to Call of Duty. One match he's really good. The next match he is awful.
I'm super streaky. Like
I
die a lot either way, to be honest with you, because I can't be patient with it. I just have to go out there. But I'm really fucking streaky, but it's a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Wesley says, sounds like Campy is going full Olbermann. You never go full Olbermann. And here we have green-haired anti-liberal over on Rumble. Says, hey, made a video about making my Yaira cosplay, dropping later today on my channel. If anyone is interested, check it out. May make more videos too. Thanks for inspiring us to do more, guys. Well, thank you. And that is awesome. And yeah, so cool. She, along with her and Krista, both had Yaira cosplay at Anime Matsuri last year. And I believe green-haired anti-liberal was the first one Ripa saw. I think he saw her first. And that was the first ever cosplay for Yaira he had seen. So that's awesome. And so that's super cool that you're going to do a video on that. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested. So that'll be super, super cool. So shout out to our Rumble audience. We appreciate you guys.
Sergio Garcia for 2. Ryan should be our next Secretary of State. I don't know about that. But thank you. Sophie for 2. If Anna can do it, G&G FNT calendar would definitely sell. I'm not sure if we'd be selling the same as Anna, but
yeah.
Hey.
Let's just say if you guys started buying, if we did a calendar like Anna with the FNT crew and you guys bought it,
yeah, you would definitely be fucking gay for Pride Month.
That would be that would be a big problem for you guys. So that'd be a big problem for you guys.
That's right. I don't know if there's anybody out there demanding that other than Sophie. But Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Hey guys, what's the best thumbnail you've ever done? The one you're most proud of? So about once a week, I would say I make a thumbnail that I legitimately just laugh at when I make it. I couldn't pick out one. Sometimes I send them to Jeremy, and because it's just outlandish. Probably my favorite one, it might be when Wizards of the Coast first revealed that they were race swapping Aragorn, and he just had like the Aragorn like just a little bit confused. Look, I'm black now. It was just like really fucking simple. That would have been one of my favorites. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I'm looking through like the most popular videos in Geeks and Gamers, and it's like, if I'm being honest, man, my thumbnails suck.
Yeah, these are trash.
Honestly, though, I didn't make this one, but I remember when I uploaded it, I knew this video was going to do good. I didn't make this one. I found it, but I did put the font. I did put the Last Jedi picture, but this Rey one right here, or the muscle bound, that was the first time I'd really done anything like that. That's 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah, those are pretty funny.
Like when I found that one though, and I put the Last Jedi on it, I was like, I know this is gonna do well because look at Rey. Like that's good Photoshop. You know what I mean? That's really good. But yeah, if you look through a lot of these, my thumbnails kind of suck. So
yeah, that was just a picture of Brie Larson.
Where?
Down a little bit.
Oh, that one. Yep. Yeah.
The one of you just like this.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I remember this one. So this one got 300,000 views, and it's just that was. These are like, look at this, Don Cheadle, don't touch me.
That one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh,
the funny thing is, if I go to mine, you sort of buy it most popular.
Yeah, I sorted by most popular on that one.
Mine all look really fucking similar. Like there's obviously a theme to mine. These are my most popular ones.
Yep.
See if any. I'm heard crying. Let's see. If there's women involved and you find a picture of them with cleavage showing, it usually works well on thumbnails. I found that's just something that I've found in the course of my experiments. But the Taika Waititi shocked face is good too. No, I don't fucking know. I don't know if I have a favorite. Let me know what your favorite Ryan Kinnell thumbnail was. I did just put one on Sports Wars with a guy saying the N-word a couple days ago. CJ, the CJH Entertainment becomes a channel member. Thank you. Mac FFD, member for 15 months. Would love a shout out for my daughter, Skylar. She has a lot of medical issues and worked really hard and is graduating high school tomorrow. Well, congratulations to Skylar for graduating and working through all of that stuff. You know, life can bring some crazy challenges at times, but when you got that support system and you got that belief in yourself, you can make it through. So shout out to Skylar. That's awesome.
Yep. Joe responded to me. Let's see. Hang on, I gotta pull it up. There we go. Okay, so Joe responded to me right here. So, and he said, "Thanks for the reply." See, that's awesome. And I said, "Always appreciate you being cool and respectful, even when we disagree." That's how it's done right there. All right. So if you again go back to his initial, he's just asking a question, and I just gave an answer. And then he said, "Thanks for the reply." And I said, "Thank you. Always appreciate you being cool, respectful." That's how it's done right there.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You're well. Yeah, Ryan made this happen. If he didn't tell me during the live stream, I wouldn't have been able to see it. And then I would have probably quote tweeted and cussed him out.
Yes. Let's see. Ryan Unknown.
Ryan is the he radicalized me, even though you guys accused me of radicalizing him. He radicalized me, but he also keeps me in check sometimes. Don't quote tweet him. Don't call him a piece of shit. Don't call him a pork wallet. Just respond, Jeremy.
Ryan Unknown, who sent the $10 earlier. Oh, sorry, I meant to say earlier that Unpredictable by Jamie Foxx and Ludacris is fire. I love that one. I think that wasn't that the name of the album from Jamie Foxx was Unpredictable? That was the big single that came off of it for sure. But I love that album. So
I love that name.
I love that name. Brendan Bellman for 199. Where did he get the Samus hat behind you?
I got that at a local retro video game store in Pensacola. They have a Mega Man statue there too that I want, but
We're all
no
caught
time
up.
soon. No time soon. All right. So an awesome daily stream as always. Appreciate you guys. We got Friday Night Tides. We got Cobra Cast. And then probably another gaming stream tonight after Cobra Cast. We'll see. We're leading into the weekend. And so thank you guys so much. Again, Ben, thank you for all the gifted memberships and the $199 super chat, the $199 super chat. CJH, who became a new member, dropping the 199s. Thank you. And yeah, so we should have a great episode of Friday Night Tights today. And as I told you guys, I appreciate it. Like all of the stuff. Like there's just been something has happened in the last few months with everything we're doing and the enthusiasm from all of you. And I see it. I see it from like in the chat yesterday, drinkers chat. I just saw 199s all in the chat yesterday. It was crazy. And I've seen people like in Friday Night Tights chat and they're like, man, this 199 stuff's crazy, man. These guys are hyped. It's just like, I love it. I love the enthusiasm. It's awesome. And again, big shout out to Salty Cracker, who was rocking the Geeks and Gamers t-shirt on Alex Stein last week or a few days ago. I'm sorry, a few days ago when he was on Alex Stein. Salty was rocking that G&G shirt. And they had already told me, they're like, I'm rocking the G&G shirt tonight. Tune in. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I will. And so yeah, awesome stuff. All right. So
FNT does start an hour earlier today. I think it started at 3 Eastern. Jens Anderson for 2 months. I missed this member message. It was great, Ryan. I laughed so hard when you got that out. He then proceeded to call the chat racist. Hail the 199. Will never surrender. There you go.
Hang on, I want to show you something real quick right here. So if you guys have not yet, please go subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Daily. Steph is uploading all of our she clips out the topics here, and that's formerly the Geeks and Gamers Live channel, if you're curious. So that's formerly the Geeks and Gamers Live channel. So Geeks and Gamers Daily. And yeah, I mean, like, look at that. We had like 50,000 views the other day. I got like 50,000 views.
Little Mermaid stuff does well.
Yep. This was 26,000. So shout out to Steph for doing a good job. And make sure you subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Daily. And we appreciate you guys. So other than that, we'll see you on Friday Night Tights very, very soon. And then we got Cobra Cast tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. So, and the vlog channel, Geeks and Gamers Life. That's right. Steph crushing on there. Steph. Hi, Steph.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good this morning. Thank you very much.
You sound tired.
Having a good day. No, I'm not tired. I just wasn't prepared to be on the stream. I'm back.
Well, thank you, Steph. You're awesome.
Subscribe to G&G Daily and G&G Vlogs. And thank you so much for all the super chats and all of the gift memberships. Now we can add more emojis.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys.
Hacky Smack for 3. You guys doing great job is why. Thank you, Hacky Smack.
Thank you. All right, guys. Well, you guys, we'll see you on Friday Night Tights. It's going to be a fun one. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you a little bit later. Bye, everyone.